Senator Gold, 2 years ago at the Senate's Internal Economy Committee, the senior government official in charge of the massive centre block construction project would not tell me a cost or time frame estimate for completion. 2.5 years into this huge construction project, which has continued throughout COVID, and the Trudeau government still has not told Canadians how much this will cost taxpayers and when it will be done. Yet yesterday, media reports provide the federal government's PSPC department renovation cost estimates for the Senate's Victoria building, $370 million, and East Block, $569 million. Senator Gold, this is puzzling. Both of those projects would not even start until after Centre Block is completed in at least 10 years from now. And PSPC has those cost estimates, so why not Centre Block? Clearly, the Trudeau government must know the cost and time frame 2.5 years into the project, but they aren't telling Canadians. Is it just too big for them to disclose, especially right before an election? Senator Gold, as the leader of the government in the Senate, you should be well briefed on the most important renovation in the country and one that directly impacts the Senate. So, how much will the Parliament Hill Centre Block construction project cost taxpayers, and when will it be done?
Senator Gold.
Senator, thank you very much for the question. As senators would know, and senators in this chamber are more directly involved with this process than I am, this is a huge project dealing not only with Centre Block but with the whole parliamentary precinct. It is my understanding that, in fact, the government is still awaiting direction from the Senate with regard to certain aspects of the project, and I should add that it's also awaiting some direction from the House of Commons side with regard to requests from this chamber and others for aspects of the work in Centre Block. These aspects of the project carry certain costs. There has been, and again, I defer to my colleagues in this chamber who are involved in the subcommittee dealing more definitely with it. But I know that there is back and forth between the Senate representatives and the officials responsible for the overall project. But as I understand it, there still remains no agreement on some aspects of the project, and that is why, in fact, the final cost of the project cannot be fully determined. I should add as well, colleague, as we know from the days preceding our vacating Centre Block, that the very beginnings of the project, and indeed the first year, if not more, and again I defer to colleagues with more expertise in this area, were largely exploratory. But frankly, they didn't know what they would find when they started opening up the walls. There's no hiding costs from Canadians. This is a complicated project, and we in the Senate and our counterparts in the other place are also active partners in trying to provide the spec for the project in its totality.
Senator Batters, if you have a supplementary, we have a little less than a minute left.
Yes, I do. Senator Gold, the historically significant East Block is one thing, but why would the Trudeau government even renovate the Victoria building, which has no historical value, at a projected cost of $370 million? Why not just demolish that building and build a new one, no doubt at a lower cost, with fewer problems?
Senator Gold.
Well, again, thank you for your question. But what to be done in the areas occupied by current buildings is a matter that is, in fact, at the heart of the planning exercise, as I understand it, that is going on. There are different points of view emanating from the Senate and senators with regard to that area, and Victoria in particular, and that is a matter that's still being discussed between those responsible for the project and representatives from the Senate.